That first glass of water in the morning, it's almost a reflex, right? You wake up, you drink, you get on with your day. We barely even think about it. But because it's so routine, we rarely stop to ask, is this plain water actually helping my muscles stay strong? Is it keeping my energy levels up? Is it really helping my body recover from a long night's rest? And here's a hard truth most people don't talk about. Once you're over 60, plain water just isn't enough anymore. Your body has changed. The way you absorb water isn't the same. Your muscle cells let go of water more easily, and it's harder to hang on to essential minerals. So you might be drinking plenty of water and still feel the consequences. Weakness, surprise cramps, that morning stiffness that just won't quit, or even feeling a little unsteady on your feet. Sound familiar? Well, here's the good news. You don't need a massive overhaul. With just a few tiny tweaks to what's in your glass, you can turn that simple water into a super hydrating tool that gets water deep inside your muscle fibers, boosting your flexibility and kickstarting repair. In this video, I'm going to share 4 simple science-backed ingredients you can add to your water to fight back against age-related muscle loss and feel stronger every day. And the best part? These are all incredibly safe. Even if you're managing things like diabetes or high blood pressure, they're affordable, easy to find, and I promise they won't make your water taste weird. And you'll definitely want to stick around for the last ingredient. It's something most people associate with bodybuilders, but a tiny microdose of it can be a game changer for reducing inflammation and helping your muscles recover while you sleep. There's a good chance the first ingredient is already sitting in your pantry right now. Before we dive in, I'm curious. What's the first thing you drink in the morning? Have you ever tried adding a little something extra to your water? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and I'm genuinely excited to be on this journey with you. All right, let's start with the foundation, the absolute easiest upgrade you can make to your water. Our first power duo is Himalayan salt and lime. If you think chugging plain water is enough to nourish your muscles after 60, you're missing a critical piece of the puzzle. Think of it this way. Plain water is like a key, but after 60, the lock on your cells can get a little rusty. Salt and lime are the drops of oil that help that key turn smoothly. Let's start with the lime. A little wedge or a squeeze of juice does more than just add flavor. The natural citric acid gently primes the absorption pathways in your gut. In simple terms, it opens the door so water can get into your bloodstream more easily. This is a huge deal after 60, when our thirst signals can get a bit fuzzy. Now for the salt. I know. The moment I say salt, alarm bells about blood pressure might go off. But we are not talking about that processed white table salt. We're talking about a tiny pinch of a natural, mineral-rich salt. Just a few crystals give you the electrolytes, like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, that your body is craving. Think of your muscle cells as little water balloons. Without electrolytes, the water just flows right through them. But electrolytes act like tiny anchors, holding that water inside the cell, keeping your muscles plump, flexible, and hydrated. Magnesium is the real hero here, something many of us over 60 are low in. It's essential for preventing those awful nighttime leg cramps and helping muscles repair. And this isn't just theory. A study in clinical interventions in aging found that when older adults added a little citrus and electrolytes to their water for just 10 days, the results were dramatic. Their muscles were better hydrated, they felt less fatigue, and they bounced back way faster from simple activity. You really don't need much. Just a tiny pinch of pink Himalayan or Celtic sea salt and a slice or two of lime. That's it. Stir it into your morning water. Want to level it up? Add a few slices of cucumber or a sprig of mint. It's refreshing and gives your liver a little gentle support. So, the next time someone says, just drink more water, you'll know the secret. After 60, it's about making your water work smarter, not just drinking more of it. That simple trick is pretty powerful, right? Well, hold on. Our second ingredient is an even more direct and convenient way to get deep hydration, especially on a warm day or after a good walk. Let's get into it. If salt and lime are like oiling the lock, our second ingredient, a good sugar-free electrolyte formula, is like having a master key. It's a powerful but gentle upgrade to help water go deeper and last longer inside your muscle fibers. As we get older, our muscle cells, which used to be like plump, juicy sponges, start to dry out a bit. They lose their ability to hold onto water because they're missing those molecular keys we call electrolytes. A smart electrolyte formula is the fastest way to give those keys back to your body. So, what are we looking for? A smart mix of sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. Magnesium alone helps with over 300 processes in your body tied to muscle function. Sodium and potassium are the gatekeepers, managing the fluid balance and making sure water gets in your muscle cells and stays there. A 2022 study in the journal Nutrients showed this perfectly. When older adults drank water with a balanced electrolyte mix for just 5 days, the hydration inside their cells shot up by nearly 30%. The group drinking plain water, no significant change. Even better, the electrolyte group saw real improvements in those little nagging signs of dehydration, muscle fatigue, clicking joints, and that lingering morning stiffness. But here's the hurdle. So many people think electrolytes are just for marathon runners. That's a huge misconception. The truth is, people over 60 are one of the most at-risk groups for electrolyte imbalance. Not from intense exercise, but simply because our thirst signals fade and our kidneys work a little differently as we age. If you've ever had night cramps tingling in your hands or feet, or that heavy legs feeling after a walk, it might not be weakness. It could be your body crying out for the minerals it needs to hold onto water. If you try an electrolyte formula, just make sure it's free from sugar and artificial junk. Look for that balanced ratio of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. A great tip is to start with just half a serving in about 16 ounces or 500 milliliters of water. You'll be amazed at how much steadier and more energized you feel. With a clean electrolyte formula, you're not just quenching thirst, you're creating the perfect internal environment for your muscles to repair, grow stronger, and prevent atrophy. If you've always thought electrolytes were for someone else, it's time to reconsider. Now, if you're looking for something that's 100% natural, with a refreshingly light taste and all the same hydrating power, you're going to love this next one. It comes from a famous tropical fruit, but in its purest, easiest form. Our third ingredient is nature's own sports drink, coconut water powder. You've probably heard that coconut water is great for hydration, and it's absolutely true. But let's be real, fresh coconut water can be expensive, hard to find, and goes bad quickly. That's where the magic of freeze-dried powder comes in. This technology preserves almost all of the amazing electrolytes from fresh coconut water in a simple, lightweight powder. Just add a spoonful to your water, and you get a perfect blend of minerals that your body recognizes instantly. Here's the superpower of coconut water: potassium. We're talking a concentration that can have more potassium than 2 whole bananas. Potassium is critical for keeping water locked inside your muscle cells, so they stay flexible and pliable instead of stiff and prone to cramps. Research from the International Society of Sports Nutrition confirmed it. Coconut water rehydrates the body just as well as traditional sports drinks, but without the bloating or stomach upset some people get. And here's a cool little secret about coconut water. It has a tiny amount of natural glucose. Not enough to mess with your blood sugar, but just enough to act as a shuttle, helping deliver electrolytes and other nutrients into your muscle cells more efficiently. It's just a smarter delivery system. Honestly, the biggest barrier here is just that it's new to many people, but it's one of the best, most gentle options out there, especially if you don't like the strong flavors of some electrolyte mixes. It's so simple. Just mix 1 teaspoon into a glass of cool water. You can add a squeeze of lime or a slice of ginger if you want. Drink it in the morning, after a walk, or anytime you feel that little bit of fatigue or stiffness creep in. It's just pure natural minerals and water, exactly what your body is asking for. Think that's the ultimate natural hydrator? Well, our final ingredient is one of the most misunderstood but powerful tools out there. It's famous in the fitness world, but a tiny dose is incredibly effective at stopping your muscles from losing water, even while you sleep. And yes, it is perfectly safe for seniors. Let's reveal it. Okay, our final ingredient, I need you to stay with me on this one because the moment I say the word creatine, I know what you're picturing. Huge bodybuilders at the gym. I want you to completely erase that image from your mind because a daily microdose of just 1.5 to 2 grams of creatine is one of the most researched, safest, and most effective ways to preserve muscle, regain strength, and fight dehydration as you age. Creatine is not a steroid or some weird chemical. It's a natural compound your own body makes. Think of it like a tiny, rechargeable battery pack for your muscles. It provides quick energy for everyday movements like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair. The problem? After 60, our natural production of creatine slows down. This is where its other superpower comes in. Creatine is a hydration magnet. It literally pulls water into your muscle cells and holds it there. This doesn't make you bloated. It makes your muscle cells full, resilient, and ready to repair themselves. The dosage is key here. You don't need the big 5-gram scoops young athletes use. A massive review of research confirmed that older adults taking just a small dose saw significant improvements in strength, walking endurance, and even balance. By taking creatine with your mineral-rich water, you're giving it the perfect escort right into your muscle cells. Let's bust some myths. The biggest obstacle is mindset. People worry it's hard on the kidneys or will affect blood pressure. But the clinical research is crystal clear. In countless long-term studies on healthy older adults, low-dose creatine has been proven to be perfectly safe. And as if that weren't enough, there's an amazing side benefit. Creatine supports your brain. It helps power your nerve cells, which can fight mental fatigue and that frustrating brain fog. Taking it before bed is especially powerful as your brain and body go into prime recovery mode. The best way to use it is in the evening. Mix 1.5 to 2 grams, that's about half a teaspoon, of plain creatine monohydrate into a glass of water. It's tasteless and dissolves easily. By doing this one small thing, you are actively helping your muscles rebuild and rehydrate every single night. So, there you have it. 4 simple ways to turn your daily glass of water from a passive habit into an active tool for muscle health. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just a few small tweaks can make a difference you can actually feel. You're not just drinking water anymore. You're sending a direct message to your muscles. Stay strong, stay hydrated, repair yourself. If this was helpful, please share your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried any of these? What changes have you noticed in your own body after 60? We're all in this together, and I love hearing from you. And don't forget to subscribe to Ageless Wellness for more practical, science-backed tips designed for your body right now. There's so much more we can do to live healthy, capable, and strong. Your body takes care of you every single day. Let's take good care of it in return.